have to go to a white background, and then you want to crop it to whatever size you need. I'm using this for stories on Instagram, so I'm going to go to story, hit apply, and then it all starts off with a couple different things, but you can really do them in any order. But I like to do the picture slot first, so you go to shape and you select your shape, which most of the time would be a square. I'm hoping that's a square. I'm gonna hit apply, and then you start off with whatever you need to do. So for mine, it's gonna be for pets, so I'm gonna put name, put that in black, and then birth date. I can't type birth date. And then some other things like gender is important for this one. Species, because I'm going to be doing all my different animals. And then I'm going to not do breed, I'm going to do description. Just because I don't know the breeds of all of my animals. So you're going to expand it out to the right, make sure you have space, and then you want to make that as big as you want. For me, I'm going to leave a good chunk of space for description, just because I know that that's when I usually like to include a lot on. And then you hit apply, and you hit save. Then the other app I use besides Picsart is Superimpose. This one took a little bit for me to get the hang of, but if you follow what I'm doing, it'll be a little bit easier. So I'm going to go to this image, I'm going to choose, then we're going to go to mask, and then there's this magic wand here which will automatically delete whatever color you hit, so I'm going to hit the white. And now you have to go in, actually, I didn't do a good job with that. So you can drag it to make it more of a more fine-tuned. Same thing with the inside of your letters. Honestly, sometimes I avoid letters that have a space in them if I can. Sometimes I'll make it and I'll be like, oh, there's so many spaces. So I'll reformat and rephrase what I'm saying for the parts that have a lot of that. And just try to get all of the white out of it. I usually use a border on mine anyway, so like if I invert it, whatever color isn't there, like if I inverted this and made the text white, then I would make the border black so that it kind of covers up some of the fudgy parts where I missed some of the edges. This app isn't perfect. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but this is like the fastest way I've found. So then I have that complete, besides name, almost forgot name. Okay, so then you just give your thing a look over and you make sure, okay, I got everything. And then you go home, you hit up, and you hit mask as PNG, which means that it's going to create it with no background. You can go back into Picsart, and then discard your last item, create new, but you want to pick a canvas. So for Instagram stories, it'll be your screen size, so I already have screen selected. Zoom out a little bit so I can see it, photo, and then we'll add this in right here. Oh no, I accidentally deselected it, so I have to zoom out as much as I can so I can make sure that it fits the edges. And this way, whenever you create another piece of this, like if you're going to use this multiple times, it'll be the exact same size every time, as long as you make sure you go all the way to the edges. And then what you're going to do is you hit next, next, save and share. And then you're gonna hit, oh, it's not giving me the option. Oh no. What have I done wrong? Oh, you know what I forgot? Go to layers and then delete the background. That would have been not good. Save and share. And then it'll have stickers selected, so you'll just say like whatever it is, like mine's pet description. And then pet intro is related. And I'll even put intro at the end. So that's pretty much how you make the sticker. And then I'll demonstrate how to use it. So they have a lot of stock images, so I'll just use one of their stock images, and then I'll crop it to the size that I made it. So mine was story. And then you hit sticker. You know my stickers, and you go to cutouts. You select the one you just made. Now, if you don't like the color, if you did it in black and you want it in white, you can go to effects and then go to color, which is one of the options that you scroll to on the bottom. It's actually the last one. And you hit negative, and you hit apply. And then if you're doing what I like to do, which is add a border, you go to border and hit select a color, and then you can like change the size so it looks nice, or you can make it really big. Not that anyone would want it to look like that, but yeah, it's a nice little way to create a basic base, I guess a basic base for any kind of post you want to do. And now you can just fill this all out with text. You know, you can just put that anywhere. You can change what font you're using. You can change the color. You can add an outline. And then the last thing you do is you can add a photo. So I'll just use one of these. And you can go here, and what I like to do is I like to zoom in, and then you can reselect this one and just keep adjusting it until it's at the edges of the photo slot. And then you'll have a very similar product every time you use this, which is nice because I'm pretty exact with how I do things. So that's why I started doing this. So now it's like the same exact thing. You can change the background. There's no problems with it.